Yo, yo, yo. Yeah. What's going on, fam? What is going on? Happy Sunday, family. Happy Sunday. We're gonna lock in for Sunday service. I have 2 decks with me currently. The Keymaster's Tarot that I can't show you guys the box because I'm currently using it to hold up the tripod because this is the most ghettoest part of the ghetto you ever been to, okay? So we got that one, the Keymaster's Tarot, and then we got the Zodiac Tarot. So I did a reading for the members and I used the Keymaster's Tarot and the reading was off the chain. It was off the hook. I'm a little bit concerned that the energy is going to kind of roll over though into the live now. So if at some point I switch the deck, that's why. Because I just don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hope everyone's week has been okay. I hope it's been productive. I hope it's been smooth. I hope everybody's staying warm because it is brick dick. Okay? January did his big one with those single-digit degrees. A few months ago, they said that New York State is now a tropical state, which insanity. And they jinxed us because we done had the most winterous winter so far since I think 1996 was like the last time we saw a winter like this. It's brick dick outside every day. Like, don't even wonder what the degrees is. It's fucking cold. That's the degrees. Mind you, I'm a winter baby, so I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's brick. That's how cold it is outside, if you was wondering. Today is February 1st, which is insanity. I just realized that I think today or tomorrow is the full moon in Leo. So shout out to all my Aquariuses. It's still our season. But shout out to all my Leos as well. It's so crazy because I just feel like there's a lot of things I feel like that I won't say on live. So we're gonna leave it right there. But I'm waiting for the thing to load up because I kind of want to like tap in and talk to y'all a little bit, even though I do want to get into the cards as well. There might be some changes to the channel soon. So right now first of all, I feel like I haven't been live in like months, which is crazy because I was just live on last Sunday. The last few weeks I've been doing Sunday service every week. I think we're gonna do like every other week. So like we'll get like 2 lives a month. I think that's what we're gonna do on this platform. To be honest, I'm about to say it live right now. I'm about to say it live because it's actually what I'm looking at. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna maneuver my way with this platform in the next few months. Like going into Divine Masculine season, I can't even hold you. I won't lie. I don't even know that I'm gonna be doing tarot for much longer. So I had no intention, by the way, on sharing that. Like the members know already like what's been going on. They know like what I got coming up next. Like they understand, they know these things already, but like I had no intention on saying that publicly, but I just feel it heavy on my heart. And I think it's partially because right now I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn, when's the last time I went live? I was just live last Sunday. So I don't even know like how to where to place that. Because I know for me personally, like behind these cameras, I know it's going, there's about to be some changes hitting the platform. I'm wondering if that's why it's making me feel like I should talk to y'all and tell y'all like what's going on. It's not that y'all not gonna be seeing me, because let me tell you, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, baby. I'm everywhere. I'm gonna always be there. You heard? You're just gonna maybe be seeing me very differently. That's really all it boils down to. I've been speaking about it heavily in the memberships, and I've spoken about it and I've edited certain conversations on the vlog channel. I think, oh shit, today's Sunday, so the third episode I think went up for season 6, or the second episode. I don't even know. Time is just like a blur. So for those of y'all who follow me on the vlog channel, you guys know something is like about to pop off, but y'all, even on the vlog channel, I haven't announced anything yet. So I guess this is my way of like just letting y'all know, giving y'all a heads up. There's gonna be a lot of changes with this platform in particularly. Yeah. So anyway, I'm hungry. So that's another thing too. I'm like, damn, doing this reading while I'm hungry, probably not the smartest thing, but like, we just gonna thug it out. Like I said, I got 2 decks here, and let me tell y'all, because I said this in one of the vlogs. You guys probably, I don't even think you guys have seen that vlog yet, because it's a few weeks delayed. But you guys are gonna see that I mentioned February in the vlogs. For those of y'all who watch the vlogs, I feel like January, and this happens every year, January goes mad long. It's 31 days, standard month, right? But I think because it's the quote-unquote first month of the year, and it's the coldest month of the motherfucking year, I think it always feels like super long for everybody. And then February comes. It's like the new year, the quote-unquote new year happens for January. The month drags. January has 967 days, and then February 1st hits, and then you blink and bam, March 1st. And then by the time after March, like the middle of March hits, and then bam, we in June. And then June passes like in a blink, and then bam, it's September. Kids are going back to school. I feel that. Like, for me, I just feel like every year there's the same shit, but like I feel it even more heavily now. Like, I don't even know. Tomorrow, the fucking groundhog is supposed to pop out and do the right thing. I'll talk about that in the vlogs too at some point. But we're gonna pray he does the right thing this year, okay? So anyway, it's February 1st, and I just feel like I definitely feel it heavily on my heart that this month is gonna fly. It's gonna fly by. That's what I feel like. So we're gonna tap in. Like I said, we're gonna start out with the Key Masters Tarot. First of all, I didn't even peep that it was 2 cards. In the event you see me switch the decks, is because I just did like an hour reading for the members. I literally, they haven't even seen it yet. Like, I just recorded it a little while ago. And I don't want the energy to like overlap, especially I gotta be sitting here for 2 hours doing this. So I may switch the deck at some point. Because God knew what he was doing when he made me put 2 decks in my purse this morning. Because had I not had another deck, I probably would have just shut the live if this shit continued. But here we are. I got 2 decks. We're good. Everything's gravy. Page of Cups. Page of Cups, 9/28. Somebody's birthday could be September 28. That was mad random. But 9/28. Page of Cups. Page of Cups with the 3 of Cups. It's funny. It's very funny. Because when I picked up the deck from the middle console here, the 3 of Cups was at the bottom. Initially, I looked at this and thought to myself, it's good. It's a good thing. It's good. Like, if somebody is looking around and they're like, okay, this is not too shabby. Like, this wasn't ideally what I was looking for or hoping for. This wasn't ideally what I was aiming for, but not too shabby. Three of Cups. That's the energy that I was getting. That's the energy I was getting. And then the Page of Cups. Somebody, I was waiting for the comments to load up, and they didn't yet. So when they do pop back up, I will talk to y'all, because I know I said that a few minutes ago, that I was waiting for the comments, and then I still didn't say nothing. The ghetto, baby. We in the ghetto. Okay? That's what this is. Anyway, Three of Cups and the Page of Cups. Somebody's immaturity, somebody's lack of awareness, somebody's they keep telling me it's the audacity for me. Somebody didn't know any better, and they fucked something up. I feel like royally. Like somebody's saying that. Somebody could, that's actually something that I say. Like when I talk to people and shit, it's never just like, oh, you fucked up or this or that. It's always like, I gotta be extra. I'm wildly dramatic like that. And so I'll just be like, yo, you fucked up. You fucked up royally. Like you fucked it up. You know what I mean? That's the feeling. That's this right here. This is 4 cups. This is 4 cups. But like, this is somebody who didn't know any better. This could even be somebody who's watching you because of the bird that's on the card. You see that? Somebody could be watching you and thinking to themselves, I fucked this up. I fucked this up. Like the only other way for me to know what's going on, or the only way for me to have any type of like tie to this energy, to your energy, to this person, to you, the only way now is by me watching. I don't think somebody's happy about that. Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. Page of Cups didn't know any better. But how long you gonna utilize that excuse that you didn't know any better? How long you gotta go without knowing before you finally understand that, yes, you came into this and did not know any better, but you're in it and you've already decided this is what you want to do. So you need to do what you need to do as a grown-up and learn what needs to be learned so that you can sustain and you can stay with this. You can't just continue to make the excuses that you don't know any better. I immediately feel like I'm giving a pep talk to somebody. I don't know who I'm speaking to, because this could pertain to anything. This could be something at work. If you're working a job, any job, whether you flipping burgers, whether you pushing papers, whether you making sales, whatever you doing for work, because work is work, right? Whatever you doing for work, how long you think you're going to use the excuse that you didn't know any better before your ass gets fired, before they hit the terminate button? Like, how long you think you're going to be waiting for somebody to show you how to send a fax, or to show you how to use the program and the software that they use for their company? How long before you think they're going to say, yo, I need to replace this motherfucker because somebody else, I could teach them once or twice and they'll figure it out. This motherfucker been with me for 6 months. This motherfucker been with me for 6 years, and I'm still having to show. I don't know who I'm picking up on here, because, and maybe it's a little bit of both, a little razzle dazzle here just to start the reading, right? Because I'm either picking up on somebody who's super frustrated because I keep having to explain the same thing to you all the time, every day at work, every day at home, every day, or this is somebody who is in that energy of like, wow, I genuinely just didn't know. Well, how long before you are gonna get the picture? How long? Because it's only but so much tolerance a person is gonna have, right? And so, like I said, this could also pertain at work. I do want to say though, with the Page of Cups, this definitely feels like it's a personal thing. It could definitely be playing out at work, but like, it feels like somebody saying, oh, well, I didn't realize I was going to hurt your feelings. So the last 8 times I told you that when you say a certain thing or when you do a certain thing, it triggers the fuck out of me. The last 8 times I said that. Here we are. This is the 9th time. It didn't dawn on you that you reacting or responding or saying those things, you didn't see how that was going to go bad here? No? Okay. Because somebody's still saying, well, I didn't know. I didn't think. But whose fault is that? Page of Cups. Three of Cups is a Four of Cups situation. Somebody may have fucked something up and then scrambled to like prove that they were not the problem. And this could definitely be a romantic thing, but it doesn't have to be. But this, I'm definitely fitting this in a romantic sense. And y'all know, I like to stay away from that type of shit, but I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This definitely feels romantic. It don't gotta be, but it feels that way. There's an energy here of somebody who fucked something up and they scramble to find something to replace it just so that they can say, well, it wasn't me, you see. You thought I was a fucked up person. You thought I was a cheater. You thought I was a liar. You thought I was not capable. You thought all these things negative about me, but obviously I'm not the issue here. If here I am with somebody who don't know who the fuck I am for real. Here I am. That's the feeling that I'm getting. You know, it's crazy because this is why I start laughing, because listen, I just said, how many times before we got to learn this, before you understand? Because somebody's saying, that's why I started smiling, because somebody's saying, well, here I am, so I'm not the issue. I'm not the issue, because this person that I'm with right now will go to the ends of the earth for me. The person that you with right now don't know you, bitch. What you talking about? Give it 6 months. What you saying? Like this, that's this right here. That's this right here. This is Four Cups. And this somebody who's wildly fucking immature. It's a page of cups. Like, this looks like I could fit here. I said this before when this was at the bottom, right? This looks like I could fit here. This looks like I could hang with this. This person's not really asking me too much. This person not really asking too personal of questions. Or this person don't know me well enough to when they do ask anything that could be personal, I could literally just pull anything out of my ass and they won't know any better because they do not know me yet. This looks like it'll fit. Let me come in with my bullshit. Four of Cups. See how fast that is? Four Cups. The thing is that today, darling, today is the Leo full moon. And if you're familiar with Leo energy, baby, the Leo energy that's not toxic is one thing a Leo's gonna do, because as an Aquarius sun, you're not about to play with my Leos. You not, because they not all crazy. They not. I mean, they are, but like, it's a good thing, good way. Ten of Swords. If you know anything about Leo energy, it's at Ten of Swords, especially at a high vibe, especially somebody who's in their depths of Leo energy. And this is not just saying, I'm not saying, oh, the ex that cheated on you and dragged you through the mud that has a Leo sun. I'm not saying all these positive things about that ex. I'm saying this is energy that I'm talking about. A Leo energy. That's today. This is the full moon. Today or tomorrow. I think it's today. Either way. Ten of Swords. This is coming up. This is always going to come up. This is going to keep coming up. I just was about to say something I should not say on live. But there was a situation that came up recently, and time was, it caused me to look at time in a way that I had not looked at time before. And I came out of that situation realizing, like, time is a man-made construct, right? And so time, you ever hear people say, oh, history repeats itself? Piss poor behavior will repeat itself unless it's changed. Time, the things we're seeing politically, time will show you that history will repeat itself if things aren't done differently. Time is funny like that, right? And I thought to myself, well, it's only but so much time, because we came into the reading even talking about time, essentially, in a sense, right? Because it's only but so much time something can continue to happen before the ripple effect can actually be in effect, before the ripple can be in effect, if that even fucking makes sense. But the point is, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Swords is inevitable. It's like the Tower. It's inevitable. It's just the only, and it's, I don't even want to say it's inevitable, because there are things that you can do to avoid it. And it's not, you're not avoiding a Ten of Swords. What you're doing is you're orchestrating it. And so, for example, if this is happening with a person, like within a person, and Page of Cups, right? Just their piss poor behavior and just always being the victim and just never, always, that willful ignorance shit triggers the fuck out of me. I hate that shit. Like, it's like someone saying, oh, but it's like, think of you going to work all day for 20 hours and then you come home and the laundry's not done. Or the dishes ain't done. And your person, your partner, your child, whoever, as long as it wasn't the dog, right? Anybody with 2 hands and 2 legs, you get to the crib and you like, damn, like you couldn't wash a fucking dish? I worked all these hours and you expect me to come home and to cook and do all these things, but like you couldn't even wash the dishes for me? You know? And the person sits there and says, oh, but I know you just like to do it your way. Every time I do the dishes, you always tell me I dry them wrong, or I use the wrong soap, or I use the wrong sponge. That's willful ignorance. Your hands ain't broke, motherfucker. Your legs ain't broke. You just use any excuse so that you can get out of the fact that you're a dick. And you're an inconsiderate dick. That's willful ignorance. That's a very ghetto way to say that. But listen, I is what I is. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is at this point. The Ten of Swords. It's not necessarily that it's inevitable. And I compare the Ten of Swords to the Tower. And I think that it's because by the time a Tower happens, you have no control. The Tower comes in because the universe, God, the divine, Little Mermaid, whoever the fuck you believe in, however you believe in it, because we all believe in it. We don't question it. We just all call it something different, right? And so by the time the Tower comes in, the universe already showed you that you had a different opportunity or a chance to change something, or you had a different option. The universe has already shown it to you 20 times over by the time the Tower comes into play. And for those of y'all who, if there's anybody who's new watching me, because somebody's like, what the fuck is a Tower? The Tower, think of the Twin Towers and how they came down. That's what the Tower is essentially in tarot. It's just, it's fucked up. It can never be rebuilt the same. But the whole point is that it shouldn't be rebuilt the same. The infrastructure wasn't secure. The foundation wasn't solid. The Tower was always going to come down. The Tower was always going to come down. Inevitably gonna come down. So that's why I say with the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Swords is a little bit different for me as a reader, because with the Ten of Swords, we're still at the stage, or at a stage, where whether this is the first time something's happening, Ten of Swords to us, or whether this is our 5th time in Ten of Swords, if we're still at a Ten of Swords level, a Ten of Swords vibration, for me, the reader, the way that I look at it always is we still have an option to move away from this unscathed. This is like, think of Ten of Swords if you're thinking romantically. It's like Ten of Swords, you're dealing with a partner, your relationship, it's the Ten of Swords. It's depressing, it's not good, it's difficult. No matter how much you reiterate shit, the person just willful ignorance, just want to do and move by the beat of their own drum, but swear they want to be in a relationship, constantly making shit difficult for you. At the Ten of Swords, you're at your end, but it's not the end. And so you still have enough dignity where you can walk away from this and avoid a Tower from happening. It's going to be painful, yes. It's going to be easy, no. But it's necessary, yeah. That's the one thing, that's the main thing that the Ten of Swords and the Tower have in common. Because the Ten of Swords, you still have that opportunity to make a choice. You don't have to go down the path of ending up at a Tower, but by the time you hit the Tower, it's still going to blow up in your face. There's no more opportunity to do something a different way. At the Ten of Swords, for me personally, me the reader, I don't know, maybe it's because my sun is in Aquarius, and so I have air placements where I think I have air placements in the most dopest spots in my chart. Like, the more I'm learning about my chart, the more I understand, like, oh, this is why I move this way. This is why I move this way. You know what I mean? So, like, even my Venus is earth energy. I'm super logical and analytical when I look at romance. Whereas opposed to someone who would have, like, their Venus in a water sign, it will be more difficult for you than it would be for me to walk away from somebody. You feel me? The point is that by the time you hit that 10 of Swords, there's still options. Because even though shit is difficult and it's not going to be fun and it's going to be still going to feel like the end of the world, kind of, there's something for me personally, to know that I am in control of the chaos. I think that'll make me feel a little bit better, as opposed to being in the hot seat and kind of just knowing that there's a tower coming, but not necessarily knowing when or how it's going to happen. I'd rather meet you at a 10 of Swords. That's just me. Some people don't want to know the future, right? Five of Wands. I was going to say 5 of Swords. 5 of Wands. Excuse me. With the 7 of Cups. Five of Wands with the 7 of Cups. I just want to say, somebody's wasting their space. Somebody's wasting their energy trying to understand why certain things didn't work out. Not just romantically, but just anything, right? But somebody's in their head trying to figure out, like, why this didn't work out. I don't necessarily feel like the why matters. I think that the fact of the matter is that it didn't work. And you tried not once, not twice, maybe 5 times. 5 of Wands. The point is, it did not work. And so if you've given your best to something, a business, a relationship, an idea, if you've given your best to something and it still, for whatever it's worth, it didn't work out. We saw the 4 of Cups. I don't understand. For me, the reader, I struggle with this, because common sense will tell you that no matter which way you spin it, you're gonna end up with a 5 of Wands. So what are you doing for real? You already sat there and knocked on all 7 doors. 7 of Cups speaks of confusion, illusionary energy, but it also speaks of opportunity, a plethora of them. There's 7 cups. Each cup represents a different choice. So I'm looking at this with the 5 of Wands as somebody who sat there and is like, let me try it this way. Didn't work. Let me try it that way, or this way, or this way, or this, or this way. No matter what you did, you ended up this way. 5 of Wands speaks of conflict, chaos, arguing, high tension, fucking high blood pressure, all the things. It's not about, I don't even think it's about the 7 of Cups, because they're making me feel like it's not even about the options that were available to you. It's about what you were choosing to do with the options that you had available to you. I was a rapper in a different lifetime. That was bars right there. Y'all didn't even peep that. That was bars right there. Y'all didn't even peep that. You heard? Because somebody's sitting there, somebody's like, damn, no matter which way I try to spin it, I'm still getting the same outcome. Where every time you knock on each door, you're knocking in the same position. Of course, you're going to keep getting the same outcome. I talk a lot on a day-to-day. I talk a lot about how when you change your perspective, you can change your life. When you change what it is you're looking at, it changes what you look at. Don't let that go over your head. Don't let it go over your head. 6 of Cups. And the 2, is this the only card? Yes, the 2 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. This is somebody here trying to regain balance. Regain, because the 6 of Cups. regain a sense of balance, a sense of security, stability with the Two of Pentacles. This is somebody trying again, trying again, trying again, trying again. I'm saying that because of the Seven of Cups. Again and again and again and again. We got 14 cups here, though. It's 14 cups. No. 13 cups. Wait a minute. 14, I'm right. We got 14 cups here, which breaks down into a 5. No matter how much of this balance you look for or try to cultivate within something that is already like this. I keep gonna say Five of Swords, Five of Wands. No matter how much of this balance you're trying to bring in to a Five of Wands, you're gonna try again and again and again and again and again, and you're gonna end up with the same outcome that you started out with. If this is a relationship, I'm gonna break it down in simplest terms. If this is a relationship, and this is a relationship where you've given multiple chances to someone, they already didn't deserve the first chance. That's first of all, but I digress. The message here, though, right, is that no matter how much your intentions are pure, no matter how, you can't give someone more of something that they already do not appreciate and then think, well, they're going to appreciate it this time. What's so different this time than from the last time? Someone goes out and they cheat on you, and you think, I'm going to love them more and show them what they're missing. But they didn't appreciate it the first time. What the fuck makes you think that they're going to appreciate more of something that they already did not appreciate, which is what got y'all in this situation to begin with? Because then what happens is a lot of times, man or woman, you stay and stay and stay and stay. You ever hear somebody say, oh, I stay long enough to when I can't stand the person, and then I'm good on you forever? I don't know who thought to make that popular, that meme. That's a meme that circulates. And then now girls, specifically the women, are like doing this more to where it's like, it's a thing now. I'm going to give you 9 million opportunities to play in my face. Because by the time I hit the 10 million opportunity, I'm going to be so sick of you that I'm not going to want nothing to do with you. You know what else happens at that 10 billion chance? You done lost who you was to your core. There's no way you are still like this in your Two of Pentacles by the time you hate somebody that you once loved. So no matter how much of this you're giving to something, you're giving this to something or someone that's already like this. That's another thing too, the fixing. I don't know. I think at 16, being a ride or die, whether you're a woman or a man, whatever, being a ride or die, wanting to be there for someone through their hardships and all that shit is kind of cutesy, a little bit. Kinda, not really so much. But like we pushing 40, and your life is just always in shambles. You always got some shit going on. It's just super unfortunate, or is that your karma knocking? Because that's the thing, collective. A lot of us have gotten into bed, quite literally, with motherfuckers that when we met them, they were already like this. There's nothing that you did to cause them to be this way. But in the same respect, there's nothing that they did to cause you to be this way. You came into something, you already was balanced. You already was good. You already was full of love. You already had worked through whatever the fuck you needed to work through from your past relationships of the people that hurt you before you even met this person. So just the same way you didn't do anything to cause this, and this is how you met them, it's the same way they didn't do shit to cause this. This is how they met you. In fact, this is the reason why they gravitated towards you. Look at the Two of Pentacles as like two magnets. Two magnets. Because the one thing about two magnets is they won't clack together. Not the right way. If they do come back together, they'll come back together, but they'll be lopsided. You ever did that with two magnets? They'll never connect. They'll always connect lopsided. But what will they connect to directly? Something else, someone else. But to each other, they'll never connect. Like these two pieces, these two diamond pieces, if they were two magnets, you would never be able to stack them on top of each other. Lined up correctly. The magnets, it doesn't, I'm not a mathematician. I can't explain it, but it don't work that way. They'll stick together, maybe. But if they do, it'll be like out of bounds. Like you'll see pieces outside of each other. They won't be stacked up the right way. I don't know how else to say that. But somebody who's like this, they might could stick on both pieces. And people who are like this and have this sense of chaos, they thrive in attaching themselves to people who have this ability. That's why we say people, especially romantic connections, but even platonic connections, we say, oh, I'm such an empath, I'm such an empath, and I just attract nothing but narcissists. Why is that? Why is that? Because as much of an empath you think you are, you have the empathy for everybody else, but you ain't have it when it's for you. The magnet. $14 cups. 6 and 6 is 12. Add one more because one of these cards is a 7. It's 13 cups, which is a 4 cups. Did I do the math wrong on this? 6 and 6 is 12. I'm going to count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. So it's a 4 of cups. I said 5 of cups before. It's a 4 of cups. Somebody could also be second guessing themselves. Y'all saw, I'm usually like quick when it comes to numbers. The way I just second guess myself like 9 different times here, somebody could be second guessing themselves. Like, should I walk away from this? Should I leave this behind? Should I stop doing this? Should you? I don't know. You tell me. How happy you are pretending to be happy every day. Only you know the answer to that. Because somebody's literally saying, like, should I walk away from this? This got you questioning if you should walk away from it. That right there is enough reason to walk away from it. Because something that you don't need to walk away from, or that you're not supposed to walk away from, you're never even going to have the thought in your brain. It's, again, if we're talking about a romantic connection, if you're dealing with somebody who makes you happy, shows you love, appreciates you, is considerate of you, provides safety for you, when in the history of never did you sit there and think, should I walk away from this person? Would I be better off with someone else and not this person? Those thoughts only come in when it's a motherfucker you should be walking away from. I feel like at this big ass age, that's common sense shit. That should not be explained. 7 of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune. The thing about this Wheel of Fortune is that only you can press the button for the Wheel of Fortune to move. 7 of Swords. Only you got the power to keep a 7 of Swords in your space. Someone else may have brought it to your doorstep, but it's up to you if that's going to sit and simmer and cook. Because I just said how the meme has circulated and went viral of, and I see mostly women posting it. I can't lie. I don't think I've ever seen a man post it. I think at this point, it's been reposted so much that if I ever saw a man repost it, I would fucking remember that shit. The meme that says, the thing about me is that I stay until I hate you. Ha ha. It's like, yo, the joke is on you, actually, because that's not conducive. It's a 7 of Swords at your door, collective. and you're questioning if you should walk away or sweep up the mess and stay. There's a 7 of Swords at your door. It's your door. The Wheel of Fortune is at your door. If you're in a relationship with somebody and they bring someone else in, you're going to fight with the other person? The side guy, the side girl? The other person wouldn't be at your door if they did not get invited. The 7 of Swords showed up at your door. And for a lot of y'all, if this is romantic, the 7 of Swords showed up in your bed. And you are not sure if you should wash those sheets. That's what somebody's saying every day. And why somebody's saying this is going to be different for everybody. Because there are some people that are sitting there like, well, what do I do after this? How do I move away from this? Or how do I change this? If it's not you that came in like this, if someone else brought this to your door and it's not you bringing the 7 of Swords in, if you allow it to stay, that's your way of enabling the shit. Let me explain that again. I just know that shit went over somebody's head. The 7 of Swords comes into your front door. Whether you brought it, whether you called it or not, it comes to your front door. And you're at the door and you are not sure if you're going to open or not for the 7 of Swords. Whose fault is it that the 7 of Swords is still there? When we talk about givers and takers, and we say, because I just said the empaths and the narcissists, or somebody who's a giver of energy, of love, of resources, of time, of whatever. I'm a giver. But then you complain about the takers. The 7 of Swords showed up at your door, collective. The Wheel of Fortune is only possible depending on what you decide to do. Seven of Wands. We about to, how long I've been live? Because I feel like I've been live for 6 hours already. I'm over it. 7 of Wands. I'm gonna say something real quick, and it might gonna trigger somebody, like to your core. So I'm not gonna come into this saying I'm sorry beforehand, because I'm not sorry. I just want to clear that up. I know usually people be like, I'm about to say something, but like, don't shoot the messenger. Nah, give me your best shot, because what I'm about to say is gonna trigger the fuck out of somebody. That's what you're here for. Because if not, why are you watching me? The 7 of Wands solidifies for me in that in this message, I'm talking to somebody who's asking the 7 of Swords to stay. This is somebody who, if this is romantic, this is somebody who I can change this person. I can do tricks on this man's cock that he ain't never felt or had done before. He's gonna change for me. And you know, this is ego. This is why women specifically have this complejo when it comes to like side bitches. Because the truth of the matter is that we all been a side chick at some point, whether you knew it or not. That's not the question is not about side chicks. The relevance isn't even on the side chicks. The point is, because somebody's telling me every person I've ever been with has cheated on me. It's not reflective of you. It's only a reflection of you when after something is made visible and the 7 of Swords is at your doorstep, you decide to play Dr. Doodaloo, right? And think that you're going to do something different than every other person that this person has been doing this to. So it's like when you say somebody got 4 baby mamas. I say this a lot. I've said this a lot. Somebody got 4 baby mamas, and here you are about to be number 5, and you think that you can change the 7 of Swords. Really? Okay. So when the 7 of Swords, because it may be dormant right now, because that's the thing. Narcissists don't always look narcissistic, collective. Narcissists look like the nice guys most of the time, actually. That's what makes them narcissistic. So this is you dealing with somebody who got 4 kids, and you decide you're going to be number 5. And you're going to show, because you're not showing it to him. You're showing it to her, to them, to 1 through 4. You're showing 1 through 4. I got something you don't got. That's ego. Ego got you sitting in something that you were supposed to wash your hands with the moment they showed their face, even if they were dormant. You can have an STD, collective, and be asymptomatic. That does not mean that you are negative. You're still positive. You're just asymptomatic. So for somebody, because I feel like I just lost somebody. An STD is a sexually transmitted disease. If you're young, you shouldn't be on this platform. If you don't know what the fuck that is. Being asymptomatic means you show no symptoms. So, off the top of my head, for example, somebody could have HSV, which is essentially herpes. But it's like 1 in every 4 Americans have this shit. It's just they're asymptomatic. Cool. But that does not mean that they're negative. They're just asymptomatic. Which in a sense, it's like, think of like a sleeper cell. They're more dangerous. Because, especially if they know. A narcissist will know. A 7 of Swords knows that they are a 7 of Swords. So even though they're dormant, even though they're asymptomatic, when they meet you, this is on purpose. This is not a mistake. This is done intentionally. Remember in the beginning, we saw the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups kept saying, oh, but I didn't know. I didn't know you were going to trigger me like this. I didn't know I was going to respond this way. I didn't know I was going to go that way. I didn't know I was going to make this choice. How you didn't know when this is who you are? You knew. The thing is, I think that collectively, we spend so much time in our ego, whether we're trying to prove to other people that we're better because of this or because of that, which is a fucking... is the worst amount of wasted time to be operating out of your ego. Because anytime you're operating out of your ego, whether it's at work or in a romantic connection, you spend so much time and waste so much fucking energy only to end up the only one depleted in the end. If this is romantically, this is you spending so much time trying to convince to other people that you are the better option, that you're the one that got away, or you're the one that this person's gonna always go back to, or you're the one that this person loves the most. This motherfucker don't love nobody. You see how they move? You know how much karma is accumulating here? They don't even love themselves. There's no fucking possible way they can love you. The thing is, like I said, when I said I was going to trigger the fuck out of somebody, the Wheel of Fortune, remember I was talking about the Tower and the Ten of Swords? Because I know it be seeming like I'm rambling, but like literally everything I said for the last hour that I've been live about ties into each other. If it doesn't make sense to you, it's because you haven't been listening. Because you might be still operating in your ego. But if you on board with me and you picking up everything I'm putting down, even if it doesn't resonate for you at the current moment, it's because you've already done this work, or you're already doing this work, or you're actively doing this work. Because this Wheel of Fortune is a Ten of Swords. It's not easy to turn this motherfucker. You're just one person. You're only one person. It's not easy to turn this. It's not easy to keep this moving. It's not easy to see a Seven of Swords in your bed when you've already given everything you got. You've already been hurt. You've already been used. You've already been played with. You've already been counted out. You've already been overlooked. You've already had people choose other people over you. And then here you are still trying to love, because remember we saw the Two of Pentacles. Is that still here? It is still here. Here we are. You're still trying with everything you got to be this Two of Pentacles. And here comes the next bozo in a Five of Wands. This right here tells me something that I didn't need validation on. But for the message, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to say the red flags were always there. This is somebody you get with in the beginning and they're super secretive. Real 007 shit. This is somebody you get with in the beginning and they love you the first weekend. Real gaslighting shit, right? Real love bombing shit. This is somebody you get with, like I said, they already have 3 or 4 kids when you meet them. So then by the time you're pregnant and you're number 4, number 5, number 6, 7, or 8, because listen, even by, no, baby mama number 1, you ain't know no better. Baby mama number 2, you still were kind of maybe hoping that, you know, things would have been different. But by the time you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, this is a choice now that we're making to play this game. Make no mistake about that. So when you sit there and you tell me things like, because there's many people who sit in my face on a day-to-day, I talk for a living. And they hit me with the, I've had 3 people this last week. 3 different people hit me this week with the, I want to come back for more, but I can't right now. After our last session, you fucked me up in a way where I'm going to need time. So like instead of scheduling every bi-weekly, can we schedule like, I'm going to need like 3 or 4 weeks. I had 3 different people this week tell me that same thing. And I want to be very clear. For a long time I beat myself up because I never want to come off as like I'm being judgmental. I know these things, collective, because I've lived through these things. Understand that? And so it's not that I'm being judgmental. But you got to understand, the same way people have to be compassionate, right? Because everybody's going through something. You got to understand that, I've done this for a long time. And in many different capacities, whether I'm talking about on the Tarot channel, the awareness calls, in my personal life, in my own personal relationships, with my own family members, my own friendships that I thought were family members. Like, I've done this for a long ass time. And because of how passionate I am about this stuff, I still do it every day, and I do it every day as work, right? But people deal with me and forget that I'm A, human, and B, in the last 6 years alone, it's going to be 6 years in April, I lost my father, my brother, and a daughter. I should not be sane today. I shouldn't be able to sit here and put nobody onto no source. I shouldn't have no source left. Not on paper anyway. You look at somebody on paper and you see they took that many L's back to back. This person should definitely be in a straitjacket at this point. So I'm saying all of this to say, I've noticed a lot more recently people telling me how I trigger them. And I've noticed a lot more recently the way I trigger people, even when they don't tell me, I see it in their behavior. I see it in the way they start to handle me after I've triggered them. The thing is, for me, that the triggering is never intentional. It's never like I sit down with someone and like, I'm going to press every button you got. That's never my intention, number one. I just want to make it very clear that I'm not swayed by it in the least bit. Listen, my daughter's 19, she's going to be 20, and she'd be the first person to tell you that I'm literally put on this earth to trigger her whole existence. Because without that, how else is she going to learn? And I feel that way not just for my daughter, but for everybody. This is why romantically, you're never going to see me with somebody who's weak. Because I'm going to play with you like a cat will play with a mouse. It's not in your best interest to be a weak motherfucker and think you're going to sit in my face. Because I'm a narcissist quickly. I'm going to play with you in ways that you don't even realize you're being played. I understand that I built this platform off of compassion, understanding, love, and light, and all the things. But we read for the polarity since day one. October 6, 2019 was the first time we did this thing together. And this many years later, I just feel like at this point, there should already be an understanding that I'm not going to sugarcoat shit for no fucking body. Because when it was for me, I've never had that luxury of things being sugar-coated for me. So when I sit here and I tell you guys that the platform is going to look different by the end of this year, it's not even just a platform. If I'm being all the way honest, for those of y'all who were in the beginning of the reading, I made kind of like the ghettoest announcement ever, but it's not just the platform that's going to change. I've noticed that lately in the last few months, especially the last few weeks with everything that I got going on in my life. The indifference that I'm locked in with these days is like a whole nother level. And on top of that, I'm still just human. And I'm still just figuring things out as I'm going along my damn self. And every step of the way, I'm taking losses left and right. Like I said, I can relate to people who have lost a sibling. I can relate to people who have lost a parent. I can relate to people who have had to be the caretaker, the one with the answers, the one with no help. I can relate to people when they say they've lost a child. Unfortunately, I'm part of these clubs now. I cannot relate to people who say, well, this happened to me. This person did this to me. And 10 years later, I'm still expecting for this person to show me different. I can't relate. I can't relate to people when they say, well, yeah, this person did this and did that. And because I'm so high vibed and I'm so love and light and so spiritual and so all these things, I decided that I'm going to turn the other cheek. But then every other week, there's a Royal Rumble going on within the dynamic, in the home, in the business, whatever. I can't relate to that. I can't relate when people tell me, I'm just so lonely. I just want love. And so I fall in love so easily. But like, it's their fault because they tell me and they sell me a dream. It's their fault that I believe it. It's because my heart is so pure. Bitch, I cannot relate. Page of Cups was how we came into this reading. And from the first minute I saw the damn card, I literally was telling myself, I cannot relate. Because how long? How long you just such a lover, what the fuck is a lover girl, lover boy. You so much of this that all your logic, you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, all your logic goes out the window and you're going to put it to, well, I'm just a lover person. This is just what I am. Okay? So then don't cry about it. Be that. But don't cry about it. I can't relate. I can't relate. There's a lot of things in this season, collective, that I can no longer, I refuse to parlay. I refuse to parlay. And I noticed that if I'm gonna be the hardest on myself in all the shit that I go through on a day-to-day, if I'm gonna be the hardest on my child, and she's literally learning as she goes along, right? She's only 19. If I'm the hardest even on my own mother, okay? The days of me coddling, or because I feel like I've built my platforms not coddling, but just I still kind of was doing that in a way. Those days are over. So for those of you guys who have gotten or are going to be continuing to get personal readings, do not expect to be coddled. Just the same way that I have friends in my life that I've known over 20 years, I don't coddle them. I won't be coddling a stranger. I don't give a fuck how much money you paying for my services. I feel like this whole life has been me having, you remember the for those of you guys who ever seen like the back in the days, the cowboy movies, when the sheriff is back in town and he's pulling up his pants, like that's been my energy for a while now. I've even had people hitting me up asking me about certain people that they no longer see me with. People asking me, oh, you're not cool with this person no more. You don't talk to this person no more. Oh, you're not this, you're not that. Don't worry about what I'm not or what I am. Don't worry about it. You need to worry about why you worried about it. That's number one. And number two, even though I'm telling you don't worry about it, if you don't see me with people, if you don't see me interacting with people, if you don't see me around people, it's because I've separated myself from people. I promise you, out of my mouth, I promise you, there's no need to speculate. I'm going to answer it for you. If you do not see me with them, it's because I've removed myself from their energy. There's certain shit that it don't even got to be beef. It don't even got to be, I don't like you, I don't fuck with you. It's just, I'm going to always give people their grace to be who they are and who they need to be. But I'm going to always give myself more grace than anybody else. And I'm going to bow out. My exits are always silent. It's just how I was brought up. I'm an 80s baby. I don't know no other way. The kicking and screaming and hollering and hooting and fucking needing to prove a point and needing to prove all this extra shit, like, it's never been my cup of tea. I really could give a fuck less what anybody thinks or how anybody perceives anything. There's very much an understanding that no matter how you spin something, no matter how much you try to convince someone of something, they're always going to come in. I've shuffled the cards already, I think. But they're always going to come in. They're always going to come in like that Five of Wands. That Two of Pentacles, Five of Wands. They're always going to come in like the Five of Wands. People are always going to believe what it is that they've sold themselves a narrative to believe. No matter how you spin it. No matter what screenshots you show up to prove your point, no matter what you have to validate, a Five of Wands is a Five of Wands is a Five of Wands, collective. And just now, as I've lifted the deck, the Death card, which speaks of transformation and endings. Today is full moon day. I got the King of Swords. Somebody's watching me like, yo, bitch, you spitting facts. There's no way you're changing this channel. Oh, it's gonna happen. We about to grow up on this platform in a real way. And soon. King of Swords energy. And at the bottom, in the shadows, who's that? Who's that watching because they can't help it, collective? Who's that watching? Because it's never the fact, I just said this to the members, it's never the fact, people who are envious of you, it's not that they don't like you. They love you. People who have the worst things to say about you, it's not that they do not like you. They admire you. Page of Cups. We started this whole reading because we were serving the Page of Cups. I don't know, because I said the days of coddling, and I don't coddle. My daughter would sit here and be like, you've been coddling? Because I don't coddle people. It's not my thing. That's not, I'm not that friend. I'm not, that's why I say, yo, on the vlog channel, you guys do not even understand how many fucking messages I've gotten asking me if me and Gemini are back together. We were together as kids. It's almost comedy to me, because if you know me in real life, you know he's not built that way. This is why even on the vlog channel with the person I was last dealing with, y'all never saw a face. I always know what I'm doing, collective. I always know what I'm doing. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, because I'm sitting here spewing this to y'all, because if y'all been with me for a while and we've been doing this ascension shit together, this personal development shit together, and especially for those of y'all who came from my Instagram, when I say I don't coddle people, you should feel that shit in your chest, because that's why you should be sitting here watching me on this live. That should be exactly the way that you operate too. That would be one of, if not the reason, why you pull up a seat front row every time I'm on. Because we resonate. I'm not for the weak. And just because my heart is good, just because my intentions are always pure, that doesn't always mean people are going to get the... I'm not nice. I'm kind. There's a very different dynamic there. I'm not nice. I'm not going to give you a compliment because it's the nice thing to do. I'm not going to hold the door open for you because it's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not nice, collective. I'm not a nice person. I'm not a nice friend. I'm not a nice mom. My daughter would sit here and tell you, she would right now be with her hand in the camera going like this, clock that, because she knows. If anybody knows, she knows. I'm not nice. And I think for a long time, it's not that I've been coddling, but I've been trying to be nice. And I don't think I was serving myself by doing that, because I'm, by default, I am not a nice person. I'm kind. I'm kind-hearted. My intentions, like I said, they're always pure. Nice, not so much. Kind, that's different. So, I don't know. Sunday service, like I said, I don't know if I cracked the deck. I cracked the deck. Page of Cups and the Death card. I cracked the deck. You want to come in? You cold? No. I'm about to wrap it up now. You want McDonald's? When I finish this, right, I'm about to finish it. When I finish it, I'll go inside. See what you want.
But you're not going to move the car, right?
Hell no, I'm going to walk my little legs.
Okay, I need a bread.
Okay. I'm going to go in now. You let me know.
Text it to you?
No, I'm going to go inside. You look like you got a coche on.
What? How?
Like a blanket, like a frisa. Yeah, I see. I was just preaching about how I'm not nice. If there's anybody who knows I'm not nice, it's that shorty right there. She know my ass is not nice. Page of Cups and the Death card. You know, it's funny, it's interesting because I don't know what this platform is gonna look like in the next few weeks even. Like I said, the members already know I kind of been bouncing ideas off of some of them back and forth. I know what the end result is gonna look like. I just don't know if I don't know what I'm gonna do with this platform. I don't know if I'm converting this platform toward what I'm about to start doing, or if I'm gonna just create something brand new for that and just kind of put this on hold and kind of like go dormant on this for a while. I haven't even made up my mind yet. That's how it's not even early stages, because when I tell y'all I've been working on this since months. I've been doing the work for months. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna come up for months now. And here I am almost at my newest deadline, and I still am very much going just by God got me. I don't know how this is gonna look exactly, but it is gonna look different. And so out of respect for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys follow me, I always say this to people, I'm never bothered by having quote unquote low numbers on this platform, because out of all my platforms, this is the platform that I would need to just have the right people. I never give a fuck about having all the people. And so I want to let you guys know ahead of time, as best as I could, as best to my knowledge, that yeah, the platform is going to have certain changes. What changes exactly, I can't tell you because I don't know them yet. Like I said, I'm between either going dormant and just leaving it cold turkey, and leaving what's on it now so that you guys can always come back and watch, and starting what I'm going to be starting on its own. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to just convert this and just ball out with the collective. Because I know that there's a lot of people on here that follow me strictly for tarot. And what I'm about to start doing is not related. So, I don't know. But the Star, the Hermit, and the Queen of Wands, I don't know. That's not crazy. I don't know how this is about to play out. I just know that it's gonna work out, if that makes sense. The Star card, Aquarius energy, heavy Aquarius, always the heaviest Aquarius energy. You heard? If you know me, you know. This is a new beginning. This is a new opportunity. This actually just gave me the answer to what I'm going to do, I think. Because I've been sitting with this Hermit, Virgo energy. I've been sitting with this for months, probably even since Virgo season, which is since Virgo season, which is insane, because I'm just like, hold the fuck. The old me would have been like, oh, this is validation right here. I was just saying this, so we're gonna keep on with the cards. The real me though is like, you know what? I'm gonna have a chance to do something over. Give the channel a makeover. And you know what I feel like too with the Queen of Wands? And it makes sense for me even with what I just was saying. That confidence, I've been saying for years, I don't mind having low numbers on the platform because I know that the people that are on the platform are locked in with me in a real way. I just said that. I've been saying it. I always say it. But for the last few months since Virgo season, I've been contemplating, damn, am I going to let them down by changing certain things? No. Because I think that if you're here and you fuck with me, what's coming next? Oh, I think the tarot thing was just a stepping stone. Because what's coming next, it feels so good. Like it feels like this is right. And bitch, I put a lot of work into this shit, okay? So, collective, I love you guys wholeheartedly. I fuck with you guys the longest way. We're not gonna act, nobody heard me say I was going to McDonald's. We're gonna X that out because the way group 2 and I was just in a chokehold ever since January. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to act. Like now I just want all the things. Give me the White Castle burgers. All the things that I'm not supposed to be having. Especially as of lately. Lord. Anyway. I love you guys. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to fucking tap in with the comments. I think it's because of my reception where I'm at right now. You guys can see, like, in the background, there's mad shit going on. So the service is really shoddy right here. But I didn't want to move the car. I'm in a good parking spot for tomorrow. And if you know, you know. New York City parking wars. Not the vibe. Not the vibe. I'm not trying to go to war with nobody today. Not today. So, I couldn't tap in with the comments. I'm going to probably try to check later to see, you know, what you guys said. I wouldn't be able to see them now after the replay anyway because the comments take a long time to, like, they take like a day or two to come up. But I love you guys, and I appreciate everybody who's ever tapped in. I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly, especially for those of you guys who have been with me for a long time. And everybody who's new too, because I feel like there's a lot of people that have been hitting me up like, yo, I just found you. I don't even, you know how many people, I don't know what's going on with the algorithm. I'm not complaining. But you know how many people hit me recently? Like, yo, I don't even know. I never even knew shit about tarot, but I fuck with you because I see your lives and I just like your vibe. I think that's God preparing me for what's about to pop off on this platform. And I didn't even realize that until I said it out loud. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I love you guys. And the message today, part of the message today was that goodbyes, moving away, choosing other things. I am gonna have to replay this because there was a lot in here for me that I think that I might have, like, because I'd be in the zone and then I'd just be like, oh yeah, that resonated for me too. It's a us thing. That's what we've been doing. Anyway, the McDonald's is calling me. I don't know if I want a Big Mac or a quarter pounder. And I might fuck around and get both. Because I've really been reckless like that as of lately. I can't explain it. I'm fucking going crazy. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. The thought of food making me this happy is some real crazy shit, right? Like, we're not going to talk about it. I love you guys. I will see you guys next week. Si Dios quiere. I honestly didn't even, I said that prematurely because I don't even know if we're going to do next week. I think we are. And for those of y'all who are on the vlog channel, season 6 got at least 6 episodes. At least. So there's still content coming up on that platform as well. I love you guys, and I feel like I said it a million times, but I feel like Oprah. Besos for everybody. I ain't nice, I'm kind. I'm gonna get that shit on a t-shirt, okay? Don't ever get it fucked up, okay? Okay. Anyway, let me go get this food before it gets too late and they start to think they're gonna give me some old fries, because I want my shits fresh. The trick, I should've known this, but like the trick is to tell them that you want fries that don't have salt, so they could give you a fresh batch. That's the trick when you go to McDonald's. Somebody toxic told me that. That's a toxic ass thing, like a little hack, because you shouldn't be having McDonald's, but I just felt the need to share. You feel me? Because that's what I'm about to go do right now. And then when I get home, I'm going to drown them in in salt. But I'm going to do that just so I could get some fresh fries. You heard? It's the ghetto, baby. It's the ghetto. I love you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully next Sunday. Si Dios quiere. Have a good week. Have a positive week. I'm still catching up to some emails. I think the last email I caught up with was December sometime. So I'm still it was the end of December. So I'm just now catching up to January's emails. I love you guys. And goodbyes are so terrible. I'll see you guys next Sunday, bro. Bye. Bye.